One, two, three. We're back. The Sports Bros podcast, Eddie Cool, the Almighty B Live, and the return of the Money Man, Scotty D. We are back at full strength right here on this fine and wonderful but cold is all outdoors afternoon here up in Northeast Ohio. I see B Live down there with the long sleeves. I see it's probably about 75, 80 degrees down now.
Absolutely not.
What's the temperature down there?
It's in the low 40s.
Oh, man.
It was 70 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
Y'all keep this stuff up north. Oh man, but go ahead and do the intro.
All right. I said it. I struck a nerve. Be live in the weather. Anyways, it's another episode of your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros podcast. And as always, thank you guys for watching, listening, rating, reviewing, subscribing, and checking out everything that we got going on. Just click the link tree button in the description box and keep up with the Sports Bros. And as always, thanks for listening and watching. So that being said, I go by the name of the HOC, Eddie Cool. And of course, I cannot do this by myself. Not only do I have one, but I have two of the best co-hosts in the world. Introducing first, running the ship from Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Almighty B Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? Before we continue with this episode, something near and dear to my heart, I gotta go ahead and get it off my chest. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battle in the air, land, or sea. First and fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of the United States Marine.
Happy birthday.
Happy 250th birthday to the greatest fighting force in the entire world, the United States Marines. All right, I had to get that out of the way. Sports, and more sport. We are full on. We are at full strength here at the Sports Bros podcast. And it does me the greatest honor, after doing all that, Eddie Cool, go ahead and get it over to the other guy if you could, please, if you don't mind, sir. The other guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his long-awaited, anticipated return. He's been doing everything from high school football to filming and his newest endeavor, kickball, if you will. Yes, kickball, the great American sport. He is the pride of Washington, Pennsylvania. My neighbor's gonna hate me. He is the one, the only, the money man, Scotty D.
You know we're so excited because we're reunited. Hey. Wait a minute. He's here. The Money Man is here. That's right. The government shutdown is over, so I am back. I got released. I finally got released from the shutdown. Yeah, it's good. It is good to be home with you guys. It's good to be reunited, and I've missed cutting up and chopping up some sports. Got tired of talking to the couch about. It's good to be. You down and humbling you. I'm afraid.
All right, let's get this. Here it is of the order.
All right, here it is. We'll be marching into week 11 of the NFL season. It was just like yesterday. We were like, oh, we're so happy about the football season. And Scotty D can attest to this. 10 weeks of the high school football season has flown, or either in the first or second round of the playoffs, but the NFL, the game keeps going. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in the wild, wacky, and zany American Football Conference, the AFC Conference. All right, so we know the top dogs as usual: Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore, but they look a little shaky this year. All right. Instead of the usual suspects, we got some new kids on the block, as in the Denver Broncos and the Colts. And speaking of that, are they really the best teams in the AFC? The Broncos and the Colts. And if it's not those two, then who? Scotty D, the floor is yours.
I am not buying the stock of either of those two teams. I'm just not. I mean, now don't get me wrong. I think they're both good teams. I think they both are. But I think the Broncos have gotten by on some smoke and mirrors. Their last couple of wins have not been offensively impressive. And oddly enough, in a related story, Brian Daboll got fired today for the Giants on Monday afternoon. And he was related to Daniel Jones, who by them two separating, Daniel Jones has had some great success, which I'm not 100% buying that either. You know, we all at the beginning of the season said, oh, the Bills, the Chiefs, those are the top dogs, and we may have kicked someone else around here and there. I might have liked the Bengals at the time, kind of maybe.
I think we all did.
Yeah, I kind of liked them, but right now, I think the best team in the AFC might be under 500, and that's the Ravens. I think that's a team that is surging. They got off to a rocky start. They had a couple tough games out of the gate. Then Lamar Jackson gets hurt, and they lost a couple games. The Pittsburgh Steelers are singing like a chubby kid on a seesaw, and the Ravens are climbing the ranks. I think they're the team right now that you got to look out for the most. Them and, you know, as good as the Chiefs are, there's another team between them and the Broncos, and that's the Chargers, who are also looking pretty good and have a game up already on Kansas City. So at the end of the day, are we still going to think, or are we ruling out Kansas City? They're third place in their division right now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, they are.
They're in third place.
The Broncos and the Chargers are ahead of them. The Chiefs are sitting 5-4,
and I still think the Chiefs are better than both of those two teams, better than the Colts and better than the Broncos. What do you got, B-Live?
Oh man. I'm gonna say this. Okay, let me pose the question again. You mentioned what two teams? The Broncos and the best team actually is the.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing.
You're buying their stock, huh?
I want the stock that I buy. I do buy the Indianapolis Colts. It's always been, when healthy, one of the best players in the NFL. Period. He should be the MVP. I can't scream that enough. Like, because it doesn't take, if you have a running game like that, it doesn't take that much from your quarterback play. My beloved Carolina Panthers see that. And guess what happened this past week? The Saints shut down our run game, and guess what? We fell completely apart.
We lost to the Saints.
Run game.
Go ahead, B-Live.
I know. I had to get that out. I had to get that out my damn self. But the run game opens up everything else. And some teams do it differently than others. Some teams have a running quarterback, a dual threat quarterback that opens up the game like that. Some teams just have a smash mouth, run the ball down your throat game like the Colts. I like what the Colts are doing. And it frees up I'm sorry about that. My bad. Indiana Jones. It frees him up for the most part. He has not failed on that. And so they have the formula to go far. We haven't given them the keys to the kingdom yet because they're not the names that we're used to saying year in after year out. We are right now used to saying the Chiefs. We are used to saying the Bills. We are even used to saying the Ravens because of Lamar Jackson. I still have Lamar Jackson and Ravens winning the Super Bowl, but I can see the Colts and possibly the Patriots usurping them is a possibility. So those are teams that I believe in. The NFC, I think I'm really starting to believe in the Rams. I think the Rams are like, first of all, Matt Stafford's like, hey, hold on, did y'all forget about me or something?
Yeah.
Like I'm leading the league in touchdowns thrown. No MVP thoughts for me over here. And then their defense. I watched that game against the 49ers. I know the 49ers are depleted, but man, the Rams seem like they're clicking on all cylinders. I love smash mouth defense, and they just we ain't letting y'all do all this. First of all, y'all ain't got the weapons to contend against us. And Juwan Jennings is all right. Christian McCaffrey is otherworldly. Surprisingly, again, one of the only healthy people on the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey. Who would have thought?
Right?
Of
That's
all
crazy.
But man, I mean, Juwan Jennings, George Kittle was healthy, Christian McCaffrey was healthy, and the Rams said, "Nah, y'all ain't doing none of that." And I mean, and Mac Jones has actually looked pretty good under the Shanahan scheme, but the Rams like, "Nah, we have the best record in the NFC, and it is for a reason." And then the Seahawks. Who would have thunk it? I can tell you right now, we're so used to certain names that I think it's a breath of fresh air, honestly.
I don't know who the Seahawks coach
Scott,
is.
didn't we have?
Man,
Did we have this conversation the other night? What game was
That was the
that?
Cardinals coach.
We were watching.
I don't know his name is. Is it Mike McDaniel? Is there a McDaniel coaching somewhere else besides? That's Miami.
They should be getting fired anytime
Miami.
soon. Well, they actually showed up this past week with
against the
that
Bills.
part.
Against the Bills. Against the Bills. Against the Bills. B-Live, can I go ahead and go?
Yeah,
can I
go ahead? Have at it, my friend.
I'm like Tony Atlas. I gotta tell my story. I gotta say my piece. So B-Live, you mentioned last week about a particular team in the AFC East, and you said the New England Patriots. I am buying whole stocks on the New England Patriots. Patrick,
Edward.
No.
Drake, Andrew, Alexander, Jeffrey, Drake May. I mean, Drake May is playing some pretty good MVP level football. I will say that. You can't deny that. And also on top of that, Travion Henderson finally had his big game yesterday. Looking at the coach against Tampa Bay, like, can I score? And Vrabel's like, get your ass in there. And he scored. So he got 2 tutties yesterday. And speaking of Vrabel, the team, like, they bought in. Year number 1, they bought in. There's no such thing as, year number 2. No, these guys, I wouldn't be surprised. Because a hot take. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots develop a stranglehold on the AFC East, and the Buffalo Bills are fighting for a wild card spot at the way the AFC playoff picture is looking right now. They're 8-2, and they're on top of the division. They're winners of 7 straight, and they lead the AFC East. So you can't. I mean, it's not Bill and Tom, but they look like the Patriots look like they're back. It might be kind of early set, but they look like they're back, man. They're back. They're disciplined. They're tough. They play a smash mouth brand of football, and the thing with Travion Henderson finally warming up, they could beat you 2 ways: by the air or by the ground. So you just have to pick your poison. So I'm going to say
those 2 teams will be playing each other, Patriots and Bills, on December 14th, and that'll be. I mean, that's still a few weeks away, but that'll be a circle that one on the calendar game. I wouldn't even be surprised if that one got flexed into the Sunday night slot if they're flexing at that point.
If they're smart, they put it there.
I also want to throw this out here. No disrespect to the Denver Broncos because we haven't given them love, but the Broncos, they just they they
Ooh.
only learn how to play football in the fourth quarter. I mean, I guess we've said it before, and a lot of pundits say before that good teams find a way to win games, and that's what the Denver Broncos are doing. But I need them to play 4 quarters of football instead of some of the sloppiest play I have. Like they win very very sloppily.
Last Thursday was that win was ugly. Ugly.
So that's why I'm just like, can't like they find ways to win the big games, like, and so you can't discount them. I just don't believe in them. Like, can that formula actually work in the postseason?
No.
There's 3 teams sitting at 8-2 right now, and none of them. I mean, the Broncos may have been on our radar a little bit, but the Colts and the Patriots, absolutely not on our radar at the beginning of the season. So kudos to them. They found the formula is working, and if here's the crazy part: if the regular season ended today, the Kansas City Chiefs would be out of the playoffs.
Yup.
Can you imagine?
And who would be the number 1 seed? Was it the Patriots?
I think. Let me see if I can pull that up. The
Patriots or the
Colts.
Broncos? Yeah.
No, actually,
Okay,
the Colts. But they win the tiebreaker over New England and Denver based on best win percentage in conference games. The Broncos will win the tiebreak over New England, but like it's a 3-way tie, and it's all based on their conference record. The Colts are 1, 6-1 in the conference. Broncos are 2, 5-2 in the conference. Patriots 3 at 4-2 in the conference. But there's 17 games to be played, so that anything can happen. We are right in the thick of things, and I'm absolutely here for it.
Here's a funny little preseason prediction where we all asked who will be the worst team in the AFC. My choice was the Colts.
Yeah, we did say that.
You guys said the Browns. I went with the Colts.
But we were in agreement on the Colts too. But the Browns,
I think we were in agreement that the Colts would finish last in the division.
Well, I was expecting Anthony Richardson to be the quarterback, and I had
we all did.
I had no stock in him at all.
Well, sell it.
Yeah. I was over here like you have a choice between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
that's a recipe for disaster. I was wrong. Man,
Super
Indiana wrong. Jones. Here you go.
Yeah. And B Live also looking at the playoff picture. The season ended today. The Jacksonville Jaguars would be the 7th seed. Buffalo the 6th. They would get into the playoffs. And the Chargers 5, and 1 through 4, as you had mentioned, the Colts, the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Steelers. Looking at the NFC side of things, the Seahawks will be the number 1 seed. Eagles 2nd, Packers 3rd, Tampa Bay 4th. 7 through 6 consists of the Bears, the Lions, and the Rams. So here we go. Once again, we got a division making the damn playoffs with Chicago, Detroit, and Green Bay. All right. With that being said, fellas, let's go ahead and peek into next week. The biggest game of the weekend, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and go first. Can I go first?
Yeah. Three big ones next weekend.
It's 3 big ones. It's getting that time of year where these games are meaningful. And Scotty D, what did Bill Parcells say about the month of November?
You are what your record says you are?
No, yeah, you are that, or what was the other one?
The season really begins at Thanksgiving, I think is what he was.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
An NFC West showdown between 272 squads, the Seahawks and the Rams. All right, you got to think about it. You got Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, who leads the league with over 1,000 yards. Sam Darnold has 20 passing touchdowns, and the defense of the Seahawks is super duper stingy. If you ain't get them on fantasy, I don't know what you're waiting for. They only allow 19 points per game. On the other side, the Rams, as we mentioned earlier, Matthew Stafford leads the league with 25 touchdown passes. Devontae Adams has 9 receiving touchdowns because everybody thought, Devontae washed up. This is his 4th team, X amount of years. No, it's business as usual. Half good quarterback, half good wide receiver play. This is what you get on offense. Not to mention they got Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams as well too. And that defense also allows 17 points per game. So it's going to be a slugfest. 14. I think it's going to be a 14-17 final in favor of the Rams. It's going to be a close one. Scotty D, who you got?
In that game oh yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree with you though. I think Los Angeles is going to handle their business and bust Seattle up pretty good. I'm very much looking forward to that one. That is the 4:05 p.m. Fox game, and meanwhile on CBS, Kansas City is visiting Denver. As we were talking about, the third place Chiefs at the first place Broncos. The Chiefs are favored in this game by 3.5 points. You can take that one to the bank. You can bank that one. They are beating Denver and beating them silently. When Kansas City's backs are against the wall, they rise to the occasion. This is a team that goes to the Super Bowl every year. They're bored with the regular season. Patrick Mahomes is bored. Now he has a reason to not be bored. He's going to Mile High, and he is busting up the Broncos this week. The Chiefs are going to win by 10.
Ooh.
23-13, we'll call it. And I still don't know who the coach of the Seahawks is.
The coach of the Seahawks is Mike McDonald, by the way.
Okay, I was close.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew it was a mix something or other.
McDonald.
The Golden Arches are up in Seattle. Okay.
I was about to say McDonald's, McChicken, Big Mac, one of them guys.
Yeah, again, Scotty D, I'm with you. I see the guy's name and his face. I still don't know who he is.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember Pete Carroll used to be the coach, but I sadly don't remember who replaced him. And as we were talking about earlier, I don't know the name of the Cardinals coach even now after I revealed that I didn't know it and learned it. I still don't. Anyway, that's
Joe Gannon.
Yeah, that's right, something like that.
Yeah, Mike Gannon. Yeah, he's Gannon. His last name is Gannon.
He threw 5 interceptions in the Super Bowl. Now he's the coach of the Cardinals. Be Live. What's your game of the week?
Well, before I mention my game of the week, Scotty D, I was going to say that you being a tad bit disrespectful to the Denver Broncos, but then I realized we're talking about Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs after a bye week.
Yeah, and that's right. They're coming off a bye, and they're bored. They are going to be up for this game, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get an appearance on TV by Taylor Swift. We can only hope. We can only hope to get a Mile High appearance. Maybe she'll have on like a little Chiefs toboggan cap and a little red and white coat and some gloves.
I made one comment.
Maybe she'll do the thing where she leans one way and everybody leans the other way.
I made one comment to open the door back. He passed it over to me.
Hey, you said you missed me.
The thing about it was that I could have just went into my game and we might have saved us the Taylor Swift reference.
Put that right on the tee for me.
I walked. God.
Yeah, the door. Walk into Be Live. What you got?
Here's the thing. As we are recording this on Monday afternoon, into Monday evening, my game of the week for next week is the Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. They are signed up for the Sunday night game. But here's the thing. It's hard to comment on this game without knowing what happens tonight between the Eagles and the Green Bay Packers, because that has a lot of implication. Because if the Eagles win, they move into the number 1 seed of the playoff ranking. They become the number 1 seed in the NFC. If the Green Bay Packers win, they now gain I think there'd be a game and a half now ahead of the Detroit Lions, instead of being 0.021 percentage points.
Oh yeah, Eagles have a lot to say in that division here the next 2 weeks.
So that's what I'm saying. The Eagles are sitting on easy street. They're a good 3 games ahead of their next team, and needless to say, the Cowboys, the Redskins, name football team commander Piglet. Nope, not Brian. Don't do that, Brian. We said we're not going to do that on our program. There's a certain name of a stadium up in these. My bad. The no name commanders, blah blah blah. The Cowboys and The Giants without Cam Scatterboo. Ugh. Jackson Dart went down with a concussion, but he should bounce back, hopefully. But yeah, the Eagles are they got this division. But yes, the Packers tonight, the Lions next Sunday night. A lot is going on with the NFC North. But yes, the game I'm looking at for this very reason is the Lions Eagles, because do the Lions with that game take over the division? Do the Eagles do the Lions a favor tonight? Or do the Lions sit back a half a game behind them, and could be a game and a half if they lose again? There's so much that's on the line, because if the Lions lose this game, they could fall out of the playoff picture, as opposed to being a half a game behind the Eagles. They would be sitting on the outside looking in. I mean, the 49ers are right there chomping at the bit. The Bears would love to overtake the Lions. There's so much going on. So I will be glued to the screen while people are singing badly in my ear on Sunday night. I might have to reevaluate.
Hey, the Lions, they have a bit of a tough stretch coming up here, too.
Oh, yeah.
At the Eagles, and then they get the Giants at home, which isn't incredibly tough. But then they get Green Bay at home the week after, the Cowboys at home, at the Rams, Steelers, at Vikings, at Bears to finish out. I mean, there's some, you would think they would win the majority of those games, but some of those are, they're trap games. And I feel like that's what happened to the Lions a couple weeks ago. A big win against the Buccaneers, followed up by losing to the Vikings. Then they have a big win over the Commanders. And this game here, you would feel like if they beat Detroit, which has already happened, but we don't know what happened. That could be, that'd go a long way towards getting the Lions back on the right path.
And that's what I'm saying. The Lions this week showed off their offensive strength. Like they are a force to be reckoned with on the offensive side of the ball.
Don't you feel like they are, regardless of what's going on, don't you think they're the best team in that division? I know they lost to the Vikings, and but I still think they're better than the Vikings.
And that's where I stand with the Lions. I still consider them one of the best teams in all of the NFC altogether. Like if top three for me would be Rams, Lions, Eagles. That would be 1, 2, 3 for me. The Rams being number one, the Lions being number two, the Eagles would be number three. The Green Bay Packers, yes, they're scrappy, but they lost to the Panthers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those are certain, like, they tied the Cowboys. The Packers, like, just, I feel like there are flaws in the scheme. Like, so.
And I can't believe looking at the standings at Chicago 6-3. I can't even believe that.
Here's what also has happened. I mentioned earlier about the AFC and the names that we're so used to saying, that we also have a preconceived notion about certain players in certain teams. Caleb Williams might actually be a good quarterback. They're playing. I watched some of the games. He's playing good ball. And I'm just like, just the macho Southern male in us. I know you guys don't know him.
Weird. He's so weird.
Weird, right? You always say that's exactly what it is.
Weirdo. He's a weird guy. He's a weird cat.
But he's an NFL quarterback.
I don't know. We'll see.
And I mean,
they could end up.
They could be
6-11.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could end up 6-11. They could end up 11-6. Man, that's just it's in the beauty and the nature of the beast when it comes to the NFL. Eddie Cool, back over to you, sir.
Did Aaron Glenn do his dance yesterday?
I don't know, but I don't even know why he's even mentioned. But they won something, so
they beat the Browns. Okay, they beat the Browns.
That's not that hard to do.
Boy, I tell you what, man. Hey, if I'm Myles Garrett, I'm trying to get the hell out of there as quick as possible. This team, I know I live in Cleveland. I'm gonna say it. You can't get mad at me. The truth is the truth. They're gonna waste your good years, Miles. You got your money now. Go somewhere and see what the Eagles talking about. The Eagles, they really want you. See what they're talking about. All right. That does it for the NFL portion of the Sports Post podcast. Coming up next, the Be Live top 5 and the not top 5.
Oh, you guys still do that? You still do that?
Yep, stick stay. Don't you dare go away. We'll be right back after this.
I know you do.
I know.
I know.
ladies and gentlemen, farmers, ranch hands, wranglers, chicken chasers, and catchers. I'm running out of stuff for guys. This
Hey, yo,
is
button, hit it.
wrong segment,
Oh.
fool. This
Oh.
is the Beat Live Top 5.
I'm a little rusty.
Oh man, I understand it. And so, Scotty D, there's been a couple of changes when it comes to the Be Live top 5. Don't mind the number because I decided to switch it up because we are in the thick of things. The College Football Playoff Committee has begun their rankings, and guess what? So
You're going to go through 25 teams, so I
I
should probably get a cushion for my chair.
No. I'm going to go through the top 12 teams.
Of course.
And I'm going to do this in rapid fire manner.
That I got to see.
Oh, yeah, because this is how I do things. I really don't. I know I'm a little long-winded like I am right now because I'm trying to explain it to you, but it's all right. Let's jump into it. Number 12. We're going to go with the Mean Green of North Texas because a group of 5 team has to make it in. And right now, North Texas sitting at 8-1, in my eyes, is the best group of 5 team. There's a lot of murkiness, a lot of messes, a lot of games to be played. Right now, North Texas, Mean Green, has the best team in the group of 5. They've still got conference championships to go through and all that.
Mm-hmm.
James Madison is also sitting there at 8-1. We shall see.
That's rapid fire, huh?
But I gotta explain that part. The rest of it's gonna be rapid fire. Stop it. Stop it. See, I gotta explain myself. Number 11, Hook'em Horns, Texas Longhorns. I believe they are the best 2-loss team in the country. Sorry, Notre Dame, I'm not feeling you. I just don't see it. I don't see it. You lost the 2 games that would put you up here. Sorry, not gonna happen. Texas, for the time being, best 2-loss team. Number 10, somebody has to come from the ACC. Right now, with the best record in the ACC, Georgia Tech. Now here's the thing. Pittsburgh can absolutely make a statement because Pittsburgh's got some big games coming up that they could definitely move up because there are 5 teams sitting with 1 loss in the ACC. Pitt could very well be up there in the midst, winning the ACC championship and making it into the playoff. As of right now, I have Georgia Tech sitting at number 10 because somebody has to come from the ACC. Oh, the ACC. Number 9, BYU. BYU is sitting with 1 loss. Their 1 loss is to a team that is leading the Big 12. So I can't knock them out of the playoff. I think the Big 12 is good enough to put 2 teams in. BYU is one of them. I cannot knock them out of the top 12. Number 8, Oregon. I had you with a first round bye last week, and then you eat past Iowa by a safety. Eek. Yeah,
I was good.
I was a good team. But Oregon, I had you at number 4 last week. Had to drop you down. You got this, but there's work to be done. There's still a lot of season to go. Can Oregon somehow make it into the Big Ten championship? Who knows? But I think they're going to be that team. I think they're going to be that at-large team out of the Big Ten that makes it into the playoff without making it to the championship. Number 7, Ole Miss. Ole Miss, the 1-loss team in the SEC. Do I really have to say much more? Because the SEC has been the SEC, top heavy, and those teams are pretty heavy. Number 6, the Bulldogs of Georgia.
6.
Georgia, because you have to. There's so many spots you can put them. You can put them as low as 8, as high as 4. In my eyes, I have them at number 6. Again, a lot of seasons ago, but this is where I see them at with the one loss, and I'm ranking the one loss teams at this moment of time. Number 5, I have Alabama. Alabama has righted the ship after that Florida State debacle. They've won the games. They've won all the ranked matches after that. They have righted the ship.
Yeah, how did they lose that one?
Who knows? Because hey, even Clemson beat Florida State.
I mean, I thought that was going to be Florida State's like signature moment of making a comeback, and it just wasn't. It wasn't that at all.
They are calling for 5. There's one reason, only one reason why I have you at number 5, while everybody else in the world is raving about Alabama. Because my number 4 team, they have that signature win now. They have that top 10 matchup win. And that is Texas Tech, the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. I have them at number 4.
Wow, you moved them up.
I moved them up to number 4. They beat BYU. They not only beat BYU, they handled BYU. They controlled BYU 29-7. That is a signature win. I think they have one of the best wins out of all the teams that have one loss. Texas Tech, I'm moving you up to number 4, first round bye. Number 3, Indiana.
3, huh? Wow.
Indiana. I had you at number 2, was flirting with putting you at number 1. But if it wasn't for one of the greatest catches I've ever seen in my life, let me take that back. Not one of the greatest catches, one of the greatest toe taps I've ever seen. Indiana loses that game to an unranked Penn State without their head coach. Indiana, you're 10-0. You're undefeated. But there was a little shaking.
Yeah, they have the most wins. They're 10-0. They're number 1.
Yeah, no, that's not how I see it.
But they have the more wins than everybody. They
have more wins.
10-0.
That was the loser.
It's the most. That makes them number 1.
That was shaky, a little shaky. Number 2, them Aggies, 12th man, Texas A&M.
We need more cowbell.
That man, oh man, they're winning the games they're supposed to. Missouri is a decent football team, and they beat them 38-17.
Wait a minute, Bill. You said Texas Tech or Texas A&M?
Texas A&M at number 2.
Okay. More cowbell. My bad.
You got it right.
I kind of got it mixed up there. I was thinking about the Red Raiders there for a second,
but yeah, Texas Tech 4, Texas A&M 2, Texas 11, North Texas at 12. 4 teams from Texas in the playoffs. Who would have thunk it? I did. All right, and Texas A&M number 2, best team in the SEC. They're the strongest conference. I know that there's people in the Big Ten saying we've won the past 2 championships. That doesn't mean that makes you the best conference. That makes you the best team. Right now, I still think the SEC has the better conference, but I still have them at number 2 because I think the best team in the country, sitting at number 1, is the Ohio State University. Eddie Cool, I want to let you know. Remember we talked about that time where they tried to trademark?
Yeah. Are they trying it again?
No. It actually went through. I didn't follow up on it until just recently. They were actually able to trademark D, but the reason the trademark is from D Ohio State. You notice that no other team is saying D such and such behind their name because Ohio State actually got that trademark. They're the only ones that are allowed to start off their name with D Ohio State University by United States trademark. Ohio State University, the number 1 team in the country. That pains me to say it because I hate them. But
best band in the whole damn land.
But yeah. Scotty D, what do you think about my top 5, top 12?
I think you overlooked. I think you have Ole Miss down a little bit with after their signature 49-0 win over Citadel this past week. I didn't hear you mention Jackson State after a 42-3 victory over Mississippi Valley State. And in Division II, Cal U of PA 41, Gannon 21 to get the Vulcans back to 3-3 in the PSAC West. Those were just a couple oversights. I can't expect you to know everything or see everything, but
thank you for giving us all of that.
Indiana looks pretty darn good. I think they might be able to give Ohio State a run. They don't play each other in the regular season, do they?
They do not. So that's why, like Oregon, pretty much they went out. Oregon's gonna make it in as an at-large, but they won't make it to the championship game. There is absolutely.
Oh man, wouldn't you love to see Indiana and Ohio State play right now, like in the regular season? That'd be great.
Yeah. The thing about this is that unfortunately, just the way everything's set up, Indiana and Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, it's one of those things where it is important, but it's not that important. I think after that game, they're still both going to get a first round bye. Because
I would say that's probably pretty good guess.
Because you can't in your right mind knock them out of the top 4 with one team's only loss being to the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. And the college football playoff committee would do something dumb like that. We're going to go straight seeding and we're going to do this, and then they're going to pull some mess like that. I can see.
And then they're going to slide Alabama in there.
Right, you're right. Yeah, and then you're going to see. Oh, no, my bad. Because we've seen this before.
We've seen it before.
Man,
we don't put nothing past nobody, man. We just don't put nothing past nobody. Real quick, fellas. I don't know. There was a picture floating around. Speaking of the Big Ten and then some, have y'all seen? Well, is UCLA part of the Big Ten, right? Have you seen how UCLA is struggling to get butts and seats?
Oh my God!
I forgot who they played this weekend. It was probably like 10 people in the building.
Well,
including.
But here's the thing about that. The whole city of Los Angeles struggles to put butts in seats. Have you seen some of the Rams and the Chargers are clearly 2 of the best teams in the NFL. They can't sell out.
Because the stadium's right next to the beach. You can lay on the beach and watch on your phone.
Right about it. Yeah, it's right about it.
Maybe UCLA should give away free concessions like Coastal Carolina does, or have glow in the dark uniforms. Coastal Carolina be doing the most.
Or maybe don't charge $20,000 for a ticket to get into a game. That might also have something.
Eddie Cool, you had that look like you hadn't seen the glow in the dark uniforms that Coastal has.
I think I saw because I'm always on social media and I'm always looking. Sometimes I'll be like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and I'll keep going. And I heard something about the uniform. So they got glow in the dark uniforms.
Yes, Coastal Carolina has glow in the dark uniforms.
It don't even get that dark like that. They got lights, stadium, click a pop-ow. Like
they had to turn off all the lights for you to actually see it. They have the little LED lights or whatever. And so, yeah, I didn't even recognize it when I first saw it. I was like, who and why would a team have? I was like, man, this got to be some Oregon mess. And then I looked into it more. I was like, Coastal Care. Oh, Lord. Boy, they doing the most. But yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark. For who and for what?
Yeah, why? Why? Like, why? It's just ridiculous. Yeah, Be Live, the Be Live top 12, man, so it's crazy. Like you said, it's North Texas, Texas Tech, and Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah. And let's say that the actual college football playoff rankings come out tomorrow for week 11. And I wouldn't be surprised to see James Madison in there. They're going to put Notre Dame in there. They're probably going to have Texas as the first team out because that's what or you know what? They're going to do some dumb mess and kick BYU out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why and for what?
To put Alabama in there. Let me stop. I'm going to stop because I can see it now. I done said it twice, and it happened.
I'm calling it right now. They're going to kick either BYU or they're going to kick just to put Notre Dame in there for no reason whatsoever.
How many losses does Alabama have? 3?
Alabama only has Florida State. Alabama deserves to be in the playoff, but not top. I just don't see them as top 4.
No, I thought they were going to do the usual Alabama shenanigans. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
they're going to slide Alabama up in there somehow, some way. They're going to make a way up in there.
If I'm not mistaken, though, real quick, yes, they already have Alabama in the top 4. Here's the thing. I can almost understand because see, I had Oregon at number 4. I'm trying to put a team up there. I think Oregon's loss, because Oregon's only loss, if I'm not mistaken, is to Ohio State. So why would Oregon not be above Alabama when Alabama's loss is to a 4-5 Florida State? Not even close to being in comparison. But they had the SEC and the gauntlet of the blah, 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 and the whatever. No. So how you look at it. And you're trying to give them excuses. Oh, it was the beginning of the season. Now you're using all
rapid
kinds of
fire.
Stuff
Remember,
not
rapid
supposed to be criteria.
fire. Quick to the point, remember?
Oh yeah, we gonna get hit. Hey, B, I can do this all day. I done told you, be live. I need to get you in contact with Phil Steele. That way y'all can talk college football all damn day.
Done 10 minutes. I was done 5 minutes ago, but more stuff came up.
Yeah, I understood that. Yeah.
But you know what?
That's okay. Eddie will edit that out later.
Better, Scotty D. My not top 5. It's not even really that important anymore.
Oh, we have another list.
I mean, Oregon, Indiana, Washington, Louisville, Virginia. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All good teams. Okay.
Yeah, but they were overrated this past week.
Yeah.
There you go. Ta-da.
Indiana 10-0.
I did a 5-minute segment in 5 seconds. Just
10-0. Indiana 10-0.
All right, fellas. With that being said, that does it for the Be Live top 5 and not top 5. Scotty D, I'm glad you joined us because it's time for the newest segment of the Sports Bros podcast. It's called This or That. What I'll do with a little bit of help from ChatGPT, I ain't gonna lie, cut a check. I pick some topics and you choose either this or that from a selected sport or genre or whatsoever. Are we ready, guys?
Well, we're ready for this and that for this week, but we're looking forward to bringing back the segment, our favorite segment.
The choices or the voices.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to come back. After this week, it's going to come right back. It's going to come right back. All right. So this or that. All right. So here we go. Be Live and Scotty D. NFL edition version, right? A snow game or a night game? A snow game or a night game? What say you guys?
Can we get a snow game at night? That's just to me. I don't like snow games. I really don't. Just because it's usually is one dimensional. You take half the game out of it because either like you're not able to throw the ball that you can't see, or it's tough to run the ball, and you have to use a different strategy. But it takes away a lot of the game just because of the weather. It's fun some things are fun just to look at or whatever. If you're in the stands, you throw a snowball or whatever. But usually snow games are very sloppy to look at. So give me a night game, and I'm gonna take it one step further. I know you said NFL edition, and so there's your NFL night game. But man, give me a college football night game above either one of those all the way across the board. I'm just throwing that out there. But give me a night game over a snow game. Yes, sir.
What say you, Scotty D? Snow game or a night game?
I think in this case, I'll take the snow game just because it is something different. It's fun to watch. It does slop the football some of the game down some, which is why I never want to see a snowy Super Bowl. I always want the Super Bowl to be in optimal conditions. But like if you're Buffalo Bills and you have earned the right to host AFC Championship game and it's snowing, I think that's kind of fun. And now I wake up early in the morning, so I don't want to stay up and watch the end of the night game. I had to stay up late Sunday night to watch the Steelers lose. It was great, but I was would have done that in the afternoon, so I could have gone to bed at a more reasonable hour. So I would take the snow game just based on the fact that I wake up at 5:30 in the morning.
The snow game because he's old. All right. Yep.
Oh,
That's it.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. So here we
need my beauty sleep. I'm still beautiful though.
Oh shit! Oh man!
Wow. More editing for Eddie to do.
Yes. You had your Shannon Sharp slip up on the year be live. There it is, right there. That was great. I love it. I'm not cutting that out. All right, so here we go. Lifestyle, aka sports and stuff like that. All right. Would you prefer, fellas, a sports docuseries or a live game? A sports docuseries such as The Last Dance or just a regular live game on TV?
Live game.
Live game?
Yeah, unless it's somebody that sucks. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'd rather watch the Bulls docuseries than watching like the Jacksonville Jaguars play ever. But if the Jaguars are playing the Cowboys, I gotta watch that one. So
it's always going to be live for me. I only understand why he took that jab at Jacksonville Jaguars. I understand
they're boring. They're boring to watch. Jaguars and Seahawks, I can just never watch their games. It's lousy.
The Houston Texans scored 26 points in the fourth quarter. Like,
it was.
And so see what happened. So with the Jacksonville Jaguars, because the South Carolina Game Chickens are such a terrible team, they have now used that game to throw fuel on the fire that Trevor Lawrence is a bust because they have nothing else good to talk about. So they just hate on Clemson. Like we beat Florida State. Now Trevor Lawrence is a terrible quarterback. He's a bust. Even though the Game Chickens don't even have an NFL quarterback at all. Their one NFL quarterback is sitting on the bench with a clipboard behind a guy named Tyler Shaw, the oldest rookie that has ever existed before freaking Chris Winkie?
Bo Nix? Nah.
Get him back on the track, Eddie. Get him back on
track. Tyler Shuck and
Shuck.
And Spencer Rattler is not a naturalized Gamecock. All right, so moving right along. All right, so here we go. Why is you hollering? Be live. Focus,
thank you.
Focus.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, he's not a naturalized Gamecock. No.
Do you want to hear my pepper points?
Wait a minute. Hold on, Scotty D. All right, so next question. The NBA, since it's back in the season. 90s NBA or 2000 or 2020s NBA? Which one do you prefer? 90s NBA.
Oh my gosh.
Scotty D's AARP card just vibrated in his pocket when you asked that question.
That one's so easy.
You introduced him with the Chicago Bulls old theme. That's running through his head right now. Like he rolls in his seat to answer this one. Man, Scotty D, I'll answer it for you. Come on, bro. Come on, it's 90s. It's Smash Mouth. We'll fight. Detroit basketball. 90s.
I would say pretty much every decade I've been alive, except
for this one.
Yeah,
except for this one. Because when in doubt, Scotty D, if you're 1 for 15 from 3, what do you keep doing?
You're gonna put it up, baby. Shoot that 3.
Just keep doing it.
Keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
I saw that the other. I saw. Okay, one miss. I'm like, where's Scotty D? Just keep shooting. Just go ahead.
Just keep putting it up.
You made 1, so you might be 2 for 25 at this rate. Just keep on going. All right. All right. So, a baseball edition, Scotty D. All right. A walk-off homer or a perfect game. A no-hitter, a walk-off home run, or a perfect game.
I think the walk-off homer is more exciting because a perfect game isn't exciting until you're about 5 innings in, and then you realize, oh, this is a perfect game. The first 4 innings would have been pretty boring, but a walk-off homer, and actually the whole game could be boring, and you have a walk-off homer, it'd be exciting again. But perfect game is more rare, so that'd be more cool to see live, I think. But a walk-off homer is a better finish.
Did we have any at all this past season?
Absolutely not. Not one. Not a one. That was going to be my point.
Damn.
We might never see a perfect game ever again because they keep putting pitchers on a pitch count. Like, how many complete games did we have this year?
Yeah.
I probably could count them on our fingers and toes. I'm going to go with the perfect game because I just really don't think we might. With the way baseball is set up right now, we may never see with the pitch count and everything. With the not the pitch count, but the clock. We'll probably never see a perfect game ever again.
Yeah, that's one thing I really look forward to.
Watch Paul Skeens in 2026. You may see one.
And for his new team. All right.
Well, that'll be 2028.
So I'm keeping tally. So we mentioned one, Sully mentioned the other, just waiting for the other one. All right.
No.
All right. So NHL, fellas, here we go. The last one here. A shootout win or an overtime goal? Shootout win or overtime goal?
Oh, overtime goal without question. I am only a fan of the shootout because games don't end in a tie anymore. But an overtime, like hearing the horn jumping up, yeah, all of that. The other team just has to walk off because the game is over with, as opposed to you score one, then you got to wait. And then they score one, they got to wait. You score one, they got to wait.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like the shootout. I think it adds a whole different element to the game that you don't see throughout the whole game. But I love overtime because it's 3-on-3 and the ice is so open, and that's a lot of fun to watch. This 5 minutes of 3-on-3. Yeah, I think I kind of like overtime too. I think I probably would agree with you on that one. But I disagree with. I don't think the shootouts are boring. I think they're great. I love the shootout.
I'm not. Oh yeah, let me clarify. I'm not saying that they're boring. I just think I'd much rather get that goal in overtime and
the dramatics.
And it's one of those things where you don't have to you score a goal in the shootout, then you have to wait and see if your goalie makes it.
Yeah, but a lot of times it comes down to he has to either make this one to tie it, or if not, we win. And so there's always going to be some element of drama with the shootout.
Right.
So I do like that. I think that was a great rule change when they went to that several years back.
All right, and that about does it for another edition of This or That. Coming up next, we're going to try to knock this thing out in 5 minutes because we're that damn good. Around the pepper. Grab that grinder, be live. We'll be right back, right here on the SportsBros podcast with Around the
Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
All right, y'all, you heard the woman. It's time for us to go home and get what I call the hell up out of here. But before we go, around the pepper, you know how we do it. 3 topics, rapid fire style, kind of sort of not really here to engage, enlighten, educate, and entertain. The 4 E's in no particular order. And I got it right this week, all right? I'll go first, all right? Speaking of penalty shot, on this day in history back in 1934, the first NHL penalty shot is awarded to the Montreal Canadiens forward Armand Mondou, stopped by Toronto goaltender George Hainsworth, and the Maple Leafs win 2-1. The first ever.
What year was that?
1934.
Wow.
Yeah. So Armand shot, and George said, and the Maple Leafs win.
Yeah, you said 1934.
Yep.
Was that a couple years before Uncle Max?
We still make Uncle Max jokes.
Scotty D, over to you. Good Lord have mercy.
I'm angry.
We were overdue.
Yeah.
I'm angry with boxer Gervonta Davis, whose ex-girlfriend filed a civil lawsuit against him, accusing him of aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. And now there's distress on me because he was supposed to fight Jake Paul on November 14th, and now that fight has been canceled. I got no time for you, Gervonta Davis. Be live to you.
Jake Paul let him have it too. Go ahead, be live.
I'm glad that the fight's offered. Tank, do better. Well, we spoke about Indiana football earlier and how their resurgence and they're 10-0. They have the most wins in college football. But guess what? What they no longer have Indiana University no longer has the most losses of all time. They were just passed by Northwestern. Northwestern now holds the record with 716 losses in their entire history, passing Indiana's 715. Kurt Signetti is changing the landscape of Indiana football in every single way. Northwestern, sorry for your loss. Eddie
Congratulations,
Cool,
Northwestern.
the
Congratulations.
ball.
Yeah, and worse, Scotty, they do better than Northwestern. All right, on this day in history, back in 1963, Detroit right winger Gordie Howe, or forward, Gordie Howe surpasses Maurice the Rocket Richard as the leading NHL all-time goal scorer with 545 goals, and he notched that in a Red Wings 3-0 victory over the Montreal Canadiens in Detroit. Some 60 years later, a guy named Alexander Ovechkin has 900 goals. Don't think nobody's beating that anytime soon. Oh, you just
No.
got it, D. Nope.
Joe
Neither one did.
Burrow's getting back to practice. He's hoping to be playing by Thanksgiving. Guess what, Joe Burrow? Too late. My fantasy team's already 2-8. Be live, over to you.
I have Joe Burrow on my IR because I'm thinking about keeping him just because I have him. But I don't know.
Too late.
Yeah, it's too late. Eddie Cool, I wanted to mention something to you. Thank you for the segue, because my second pepper point is about Alexander Ovechkin getting his 900th goal. Congratulations to OV with his 900th goal. But the thing about it is, this pepper point ain't about him.
What's it about?
It's about the St. Louis Blues goaltender, Jordan Bennington.
That's all he did. That's all he did.
Ovechkin scored the goal. Bennington took the puck and tried to tuck it in his pants as a joke to nah, I was a part of this 900th goal. I'm going to keep it. But eventually the rest are like, nah, come on, play. Come on off of that. So he reaches out of his pants to give the puck back to the refs so they can put it in the Hall of Fame and everything. Jordan Bennington, he had a piss poor performance. 4 goals in 12 minutes and was yanked, but he tried to yank a piece of history. Eddie Cool, the ball.
He says going for $2.5 million to the first offer. All right, so here we go. On this day in history, back in 1991, Browns QB Bernie Kosar, his streak of 308 passes without an interception ends on that very day. Cleveland. Over to you, Scotty D.
Special condolences to the family of Paul Tagliabue and Lenny Wilkins, who both passed, and especially to Marshawn Nealon to the Dallas Cowboys, who took his own life last week. I hate the mental health thing, and I just hope people were a little bit more sympathetic than some of the things I've seen. Be live, over to you.
Oh, let me make this quick as possible. Rico Dowdle, 2 pumps still gets you a penalty. We thought it was 3. But shout out to the charity movement. It's up to $44,000 in his charity movement for his fine. 15,000 of it coming from Hingle McCringleberry himself, Michael Key, and his wife.
Dingleberry, I'm out.
Oh boy. And in closing, do something nice for yourself.
Hingle
after a month of some pocket change away, Scotty D come back. You mentioned something about 2 pumps and a dingleberry, and what does Scotty D do? He take off. He can't stand it.
You know how ridiculous my third and final pepper points are.
Yeah, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching the Sports Bros podcast. We greatly appreciate it. With that being said, and in closing, do something nice for yourself, and if you can, do something nice for someone else. They're greatly appreciated now more than ever. Be a blessing, not a burden. Once again, this is your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros podcast. Take us home, Be Live.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to the Money Man Scotty D. We are back at full strength, not strength, but scrumph. Be Live, how you spell strength? Hey, there's Scotty D. There he is.
We're done.
We're live, Scotty D, but we just want to come back and say bye. That's all. Welcome back, Scotty D. We're happy to have you back, man. We're happy, and the Sports Bros will ride on another day. We'll live another day. All right.
We'll do it again. Oh, how about a choices of voices question?
Bullshit.
Here we go. Choices of the voices questions, ladies and gentlemen.
Next week, simple. I'm just going to ask you, what NFL team are you most disappointed in this season thus far? What team did you have higher hopes for that is really disappointing you, letting you down? That'll give us something to talk about next week, Eddie. Cool.
All right, you heard it. The choices of the voices question, the most disappointing team of the season. A team that make you go, God, every time they do something. I got an easy one because it's right down the street, but that's low-hanging fruit. That's a softball. So I'll be creative, all right? Yep, and that'll be choices of the voices for next week. And already did the closing. With that being said, bye, y'all. See y'all next week.
Later.
And in closing, you already did that. Okay.
We did that.
We already did that. You got a little bit of ring rust, brother. You got to work that ring rust.
Okay.
I'll see you next week.